Welcome to episode 81 of the Inventive Marketing Club. We're here every week to help you build a better marketing strategy. On this week's webinar, I'm going to look at email marketing essentials, and I'm going to run through a few case studies, some software, and some tips. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first, let's run through some uses for email marketing. First, really, and most common, I think, would be just a regular newsletter, something you're sending out on a weekly or monthly basis, or maybe even every 3 months to your clients and other people you work with, maybe an audience of people you're building up over time in the hope that one day they'll buy from you. So that's quite common. And that's something we do with a lot of clients. And I really like them if you've got a story to tell. If there's nothing happening inside your business, it can be quite tricky and a real chore to find things to say. But if you've got if you're doing lots of different things and you've got lots of interesting things to say, it's actually quite easy. And we usually bring the newsletter into other work we're doing on the blog, on social media, and sort of make a bit of a campaign of it. The other thing is sales promotions. So it could be that you've built up this newsletter list and that every now and then you want to fire a sales promotion to them. Maybe you've got an offer, or you just want to focus on a particular campaign. Maybe there's a certain product you want to focus on for that month. That's where you could use sales promotions. If it's an offer, maybe you'll include a discount code in there that people can buy online or use when they ring up. The other thing you can do with sales promotions is, if you're not collecting emails for a newsletter list, is you might be collecting emails through other methods. So maybe people who've contacted you recently go onto that list. Maybe people are signing up for promotions online. So there's lots of different ways of collecting that information. Sometimes people do buy lists, and you've got to be careful with buying lists. You've got to make sure that absolutely those people want to be on a list and that they know they're going to get information from third parties like you, because obviously that list will have come from somewhere else. They've signed up somewhere else, and then they put on a list and they've agreed to it. So you've got to make sure that the company you're buying that data from has done their due diligence, I guess, in terms of making sure that the people have agreed. Because what you don't want is to buy the list and get into hot water because of that, from the Information Commissioner's Office, where you've violated some part of the GDPR regulation. And you just want to make sure that people actually do want to receive it as well, because there's no point buying a list and then sending it out to thousands of people and getting loads of bounce backs because it's an old list and those emails are out of date, or that you get a lot of spam requests. And in some cases, the software you use to send those emails will block your account. The other thing you can do with email marketing is use it just to nudge people down the sales funnel. So let's say someone was interested in your product, which say is a car. What they could do is sign up for a brochure on that car or more details on that car. And you can then, once you've collected that email, you can use it to send them additional information to sort of satisfy all the sort of key requirements they've got on their buying checklist. Where you could use some videos, you could point them into YouTube videos, you could point them to PDF documents or other downloads, or just give them little bits of information just to help nudge them down that sales funnel. So when they're ready to buy, they've got that email in front of them that they can click on a link or see your telephone number there and to follow up. The other thing you can use it for, and I think this is underplayed, is service reminders. So often people think that once they've got a customer, that customer is theirs forever. But I would say that once you've got a customer, you need to work to keep that customer. And if you are only seeing your customer once a year, say, for example, a garage doing an MOT for a car, then that customer may not be your customer next year. So you want to make sure that you provide a service to them, really, where you will remind them about their MOT that's upcoming, and that you were the garage that did it last, and that you can, maybe give them a price, maybe a button to book them in, or, if they reply back, you'll organize booking them in that way, and trying to make that process as easy as possible, because we're all a bit lazy, really. And if, to be honest, my garage emailed me saying my MOT is due, would I like to book in an appointment to get it sorted? I would do that because it's the easiest thing. Otherwise, I've got to put it in my diary. I've got to remember about it. I've got to look for another garage. I don't want to do that. So service reminders are really good for just prompting that customer.